year 2000, left Thames Water. A disgruntled employee decided I thought I could do better myself, and I think I have done. So I started hydro cleansing with £800.
800 quid?
£800. That's all I had. I didn't leave Thames Water with a very good job, but that's what happens when you splash around in a poo for a living. So that's what we did. I left Thames Water and I bought a jetting van, and then from there the company has grown to where it is today.
So in terms of the growth, you started off with one van and you were doing it yourself then, I assume?
Yeah, I went out and I was working for all of the competitive drainage companies to actually find out how they did it, because when I was in Thames Water all I ever used to do was actually go out and do all the big mainline sewers, but I couldn't originally start straight in the mainline sewers, so I had to go with the some of the smaller works, the toilets and some of the sinks. So I started in the van, going around 24 hours a day, and I worked and I worked and I worked to then go out and buy my first commercial HGB truck, which is where I wanted to get back to.
Now, you started there. Now, the HGB trucks that you use, they have to be sort of specially designed, don't they? So, I mean, they're not just going to be on eBay, are they?
No, I mean, when I was in Thames Water, one of the jobs that I actually did do was actually procure a specialised vehicle. It was on a specialised chassis, specialised equipment. Unfortunately, at that particular time, back in 1996, there wasn't anybody in the UK that could actually build the back bar. You can buy a truck from all of the reputable manufacturers, but you needed the piece on the back that actually does the work. So we actually ended up going to France to a company called Hood there. Hood no longer supplies the trucks into the UK, and I built a big truck for Thames Water. And then when I came to hydro cleansing and started hydro cleansing, I then started building my own and went to all the different manufacturers and eventually built the first one, which was then B19, which everybody knows in the industry is B19. And then 3 years ago we commissioned Megatron.
Now, obviously you commission Megatron, but you still only do you do it for anybody else, or is that a separate part of your business, or do you just do them for yourself in your own business?
No, I do them totally for myself and for the guys that actually work them. So because I was originally an operator, I know how it should be done and what should be done and how the guys actually want to work with it. So what we now do is we actually build the vehicles specifically around the unique parts that the operators and the guys that we now employ actually want.
And some of them decorated. Where did that start?
Right, well, the artwork, we came to the Truckfest 3 years ago, and I commissioned Megatron, and I knew it was going to be called Megatron, but we didn't actually have anybody to have done the artwork. So we went to all around the show. We found the artist Paul Yeoman, who we then struck a deal with. Megatron actually comes from a Megatron sewer that is in Sheffield. We then also used all of the artwork that comes from the Transformers, and the idea was a picture that says 1,000 words, and you can stand there and put down the livery on the side of a truck that we clean sewers, etc., etc. But it becomes unentertaining. It's not boring. It's not eye-catching. So we then started with the Megatron, which we've then grown with the theme, and we've just done the latest one. We've refurbished the B19, and we've now actually called that Rainmaker, which is an Indian proverb for will do, can do, get done, and we'll make sure it gets done.
So they've all got a meaning behind it. On white orange?
Orange.
Does it half reflect the sun where we're standing?
Yes, it does. I went through, at the time, back in 2000, I went through the whole of the colour chart and actually found that all of the good colours have been taken. This particular colour is a Rail 2004, and we actually then commissioned in 2004, and we went with the orange.
Now, you've got a special emergency support unit there.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you use that for then?
We work for an awful lot of the utilities, and we specialise in specialist jobs. There's many a good company out there that can actually go and clean the mainline sewer. We actually look at the big difficult ones. Some of the electric companies that have got pipes, sewers, and also some more air blip. They're all still going.
Are we still going? Yeah. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. And some of the service ducts that need to be cleaned go down 45 metres and then are 600-700 metres long, which is again why we use some of the specialist power and the confined space units is what we use.
So that supports the service that you're doing. And what about the future? What are your big plans, or what are your challenges really?
Well, there's future. There's 9 new speciality units that are actually in commission to be built. Unfortunately, we have some issues. The industry has obviously got the Euro 6, which is now coming in September. The problem is that for our particular applications of running these trucks, we need huge power. Megatron is a 620 brake horsepower engine, which has then been chipped up to 700 to be able to actually get it to drive on its PTOs and on its drive shafts. The problem is with the Euro 6 that's just now come out, we're at 560 brake horsepower maximum, and also not enough PTO drive. So we're having to look at our particular applications on what we're going to do with our trucks in the future. But as I say, we've got nine HGVs and we've got 20 CCTV vans that are due to be arriving within the next 15 to 18 months' time.
So how many are in your workforce now?
Well, as I said, I started the company with myself with £800. It now turns over 12 million and it has 160 employees.
So it's a big deal now.
It's huge. It's
and do you work across the whole of the United Kingdom, or are you mostly concentrated around where you live?
We try to specialise. We've seen a lot of companies that go nationwide and then lose the family touch, and we try to actually stay large, but we want to stay in the southeast and actually look after our customers and give them the attention and consideration and that they deserve, because they are our customers.
And have you enjoyed Truckfest this year? Has it been good? The weather's been better than last year, let's be honest.
Well, the weather last year, I was standing around, sort of wading around in knee deep in mud. So yeah, I mean, this year's been fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic for everybody here. We've managed to actually look after all my guys, and I'd like to just say thank you very much indeed to all the guys that have come up here from Hydro Cleaners in this weekend. They've worked absolutely like slaves because they've been having all the kids in and out of all the trucks. And then when we went in the main arena, we had a poor child that was terminally ill with some unpronounceable disease, and I'm very, very sorry. And nobody along, we were the only company by the council would actually let them in the truck because of health and safety and insurances. And we took the view that the kid's going to pass away very shortly, and what can we do? So
once in a lifetime, yeah, if it's what you wanted to do. So.
But the guys have all thoroughly enjoyed themselves. I hope that we've had a fantastic time and it's been brilliant. We're already planning next year.
Yeah. Well, thank you ever so much for taking the time to talk to me. I'm glad you've all had such a good time in the glorious weather, and you certainly stand out. I've never seen. It's a real colourful display.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Truckfest.